Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I thought we would do a review on Cardo intercoms. Mark and I recently bought this for the helmets just to listen to a bit of music, have a bit of a chat because we're starting to do longer journeys now, and just basically show you how it all works. If you have any questions, do drop me a comment. I will try and be as thorough as possible and see what you think. So this is the box that it comes in. You have all your wiring in there, so let's open it up. Okay, so beautiful box. This is the padding from my helmet. So we bought this from LCI in Sawston. Fun fact, they also helped me with my A license. I've done their training there through CamRider. So really nice guys, highly recommend them. So they actually installed this for us. The owner of LCI did, Luke. He was very kind enough to get it all done for us because I wouldn't know what I was doing, to be quite honest. You've got the manuals in here, one for each Cardo, and then you've got the installation guide if you wanted to do it on your own. It is something that you can do, but I don't like tampering with helmets or anything like that. So this is where the actual devices would sit in the box. We've obviously got ours out. And then you've got the Cardo Connect app, the how-to guide, and just basically how to install it all on your phone. Various other manuals. And then the boxes, it come with all of the essentials. So if you have an open face helmet, let's take these off, you can use these. You can just stick on the inside of your helmet, and you get some spare sticky pads in there as well. Our ones, we are not open face. I prefer these ones personally, just the full face one. And then you get one for each, obviously. So let's move these away. Perfect. So these are the devices. Now once you connect these to your phone, it is connected to that Cardo device. So what we've done, so that we don't forget whose is whose, is we've actually marked them. So if you're a couple or friends that are living together, or the Cardos are staying in the same place, I would highly recommend it. So if I went out on my own and I took Mark's Cardo with me, it wouldn't work. It won't pair to my phone. So you can unpair it and such as the like, but you would have already pre-populated the settings that you want. It's just a bit of a faff, to be quite honest. So to turn them on is here and here together, and then you'll see that it starts flashing. There we go. So it's flashing purple because it's looking for Mark's device to pair with, because we've already got it all set up. So with the Cardo app, when you first go into it, it's how to connect, and it will basically talk you through. Obviously we've already connected ours, so it'll just take you straight in. I'll take you from the beginning. So you've got my Cardo. I'm all up to date with the downloads and everything. You just need to check into the app every so often just to make sure that you are on the updated version. So far we're on 2.6, and then you've got your serial number there. You can change your Edge name as well, so we know which one's which when we're pairing them. So we'll come out of there. The audio settings, to go into volume levels, your phone calls, I've got mine quite low. I don't tend to make phone calls on it, to be quite honest. Then you've got your music, which I like to have quite loud. The FM radio, I've actually turned that off. I don't listen to radio at all. I just prefer Spotify, to be honest. Intercom, I'm sort of 25% in. These really work for me because you can change the volume here on the Cardo. So if you pull it backwards, that is quieter. Pull it forwards, that's louder. But these are just your generic ones. So if you can obviously have a play about with these, I believe they were all 50% when we first got them, but have a play, see what works for you. Audio mixing level, so that's the intercom volume during conversation. So when I've got my music on, when Mark speaks to me, the music automatically dims down and his voice is basically louder, but I can still hear the music in the background, which is quite nice. But you can also adjust the overall intercom and music level, or radio if you do listen to radio. Play announcements, I've got those on, however I have turned Cardo off. It works very much like a Siri, so if you want to speak to Cardo, just basically say, hey Cardo, and it will give the indication that it's listening to you. Or alternatively, if you prefer Siri, just hey Siri, but obviously you'll need an iPhone for that. With regards to Samsungs and anything, I'm not entirely sure if that version of things works, but I do know that Siri and hey Cardo work just fine. Volume sensitivity, you want it quite high, so when you're speaking to each other, although you've got a lot of wind noise as you're speeding up on the roads, you don't need to shout, just keep the same volume level. So when I'm speaking to Mark, I can't really hear what I'm saying, however he can hear me as clear as day. If you shout at each other, you're going to give yourself a headache quite quickly, and that goes with Siri as well. You don't need to shout hey Siri, just keep a low volume and you're all good. So this is the voice control for Hey Cardo. As you can see, I've turned mine off. Intelligence noise block, so with the wind, that cancels it all out completely, so Mark doesn't just hear a load of gibberish. And that is pretty much it for that bit. Unit language, obviously English United Kingdom for us, but you've got all these other options as well. So you've got day and night view, which is just basically your auto day and night that your phone does. To be honest, you're not really going to use the app, you'll just be using it from the actual Cardo device. So I've just got it as day only. RDS is your radio. Turn mine off, as I mentioned. And then eco mode. So with the eco mode, if that was on, that basically means that the Cardo won't look for other devices that's not mine or Mark's. But if you see somebody with another Cardo device, you can pair with them. Have a quick chat, say hello, give a notification, there's speed camera down there, or the traffic's quite bad, you might want to turn around and redirect, etc. But if you were to turn the eco mode off, it won't let you do that. It will just preserve the battery. So I've actually only charged this twice. It takes an hour to charge, but the battery life is fantastic. It's a good few days. I think it's about 32 hours. But obviously, if you have various other devices and various people that you're speaking to, it will lower the battery quite significantly. So your quick access, you've got your redial, speed dial, you can save your favourites in your phone. I've got 50% battery. To be honest, I won't charge that yet. I'll wait until we're sort of about 25%, just so I don't upset the battery. Audio, this is your Apple Music, but it does work through Spotify. And then your intercom, you can either mute your intercom or you can basically speak to other people. Come out of here. Phone, this is where you can add your favourites, your quick access. Intercom, you can see that I'm paired with Mark, PT Edge. You can use Bluetooth, but to be honest, it's a bit hit and miss. I think it's not something that we really want to try. The DMC, whereby you're just connected to each other, works fantastic. You can add riders, so pair more riders or pair new passenger. If you pair more riders, it will basically start looking for your Cardo, so you just need to turn them on and it will start pairing up. And come out of here. Music, as I say, Apple Music, I don't use it, I use Spotify. And then your FM radio, again, I don't use it. Cool. So going into the actual helmet. Now, I didn't know this, but you can, not all crash helmets, but some of them, you can take these out. So I didn't realise that these pads were machine washable, which is good news, especially with this weather. It's quite bad out there. So we've had ours connected here. What I will show you, actually, it's magnetic, so can hold it up by the Cardo. It's not coming off. How to take it off is push it down and pull it forward. The best way to do it is by pinching the end and pull it down, just so that it doesn't shoot out of your hand and you damage it. Alright, so going back to inside the helmet, you can unclip these. Now it's quite dark, so I don't think you can see it, but there is a microphone in here. We come up to a bit of a challenge because I went to get this installed and I forgot to tell Luke about the clip that I have on my helmet for the videos and stuff. So we did find a way around it, which I will show you in a moment. So if you unclip these, do bear with me, I've not done this before. So there we go. Now I don't know if you can see that, there's that wire here. Just want to keep that tucked in so you don't start pulling wires about. Take this out. There we go. And I'm not sure if you can see that either, but there's a little speaker just there. So there's one speaker here, the other one on the other side, and then you've got your microphone at the front. It is quite comfortable, to be honest. When you first put it in, you know that it's there, but then it soon sort of, you get used to it, basically. So let's try and put this back in. Cool. Right, I'll try and unclip that later. So that is basically the Cardo. I think they're absolutely fantastic. They're worth the money. We did consider a lot cheaper product, so those were 2 for £180. Luke actually talked us out of it because they're cheap for a reason. So this cost us £609. Completely worth the money. It was £609 for 2, and there is actually an online guide which I can put in the description if you want to have a read through. I would highly recommend these. So if you have more riders, I believe it's up to 25 riders, I may be wrong, so please do check the guide. These will connect for a mile and then they'll disconnect. We have had to pair them once before, but that was because I put my phone on airplane mode to charge it quickly before we went out, and it just upset the system a little bit, so we had to pair them again, but that wasn't a problem at all. If you have more, the Cardos can bounce off of each other, so your distance becomes further than a mile. But as I say, I believe that you can have up to 25 riders. If I've missed anything, do let me know. I will do my best to answer everything in the comments. But thank you for watching, and I will hopefully hear from you soon. Thanks very much.